We got Fish with 56, we got MABREY with 56.3, and we got Alex with 54.7. That is going to be the order of this final round. Thank you to all the rest of the poets who competed. Let's go, Superb. Let's go, Superb. Give it up for Superb. Final round, y'all. It's the final round.
Dedicated to every ex-girlfriend ever. Dear every ex-girlfriend ever, it has come to my attention that you for some reason love me more now than while we're together. This could very well be a classic case of not knowing what you have until it's gone, or I've conjured up a few other ideas why this might be true. One, I somehow physically get more attractive when I'm sad. I have evidence to back up this theory. I was once in the grocery store, half defeated from a broken heart, and a random lady grazed my right butt cheek in the cereal aisle and didn't say sorry. In fact, she did the opposite. She winked and smiled. True story, too. You hated being with me so much, the sight of seeing with other girls made you magically fall back in love with me again, like poof. Girl, you crazy. 3. All the time and money I just spent on us is now spent on me, which means I have more time to read, write, dream, save, and smile, which means I probably look better, talk better, smell better, have a change in the bank. Damn, probably want to fall back in love with me again, too. 4. Did I say y'all were crazy? Because you are. 5. Oh, I get it now. You gals are into challenges like it's way more fun to love someone that doesn't love you back. Most people, when they get an I need a challenge itch, they usually do a crossword puzzle or pick a fight with a big UFC looking chick, but not you, you persistent little adventure seekers. You guys should come together and make a video series, The Journey of the Adventure Skiers, volumes 1 through 6. You never really loved me. You're in love with the thought of being in love. I was an extra in your movie until you realized men like me deserve leading role. 7. You never really loved me. 8. Maybe I never loved you. 9. I was right the first time. You never really loved me. 11. Oh, I skipped 10 because you once told me 10 was your lucky number. There's nothing lucky about you. 12. 12. I finally found someone that loves me. Thank you for teaching me how not to love her. 13. The best thing you ever became was this poem and some slam scores. P.S. This might be the only reason I ever call you a 10. Come on!
Judges. 1, 2, Trajay, don't be distracted. 1, 2, 3, judges, go. We got a 9.3, we got an 8.9, we got a 9.1, we got an 8.9, we got a 9.3 for the poet Superb. Give it up. Who is the Fish? Is it Fish that's next? Hey yo, give it up for Fish, y'all give it up for Fish. Give it up.
I really like to check out interesting stuff that's happening in the Inland Empire. No one would ever know.
Has a part of your courtship ever included a question about whether you are good in bed? Has your response ever resembled something along the lines of, yeah man, my sleep game is tight, I can knock out for days? Have you ever had a mind tells me sex, but heart tells me sex moment? Have you ever gotten a, you can breathe but you can't text me back text? Have you ever asked, what that mouth do? Did they ever respond with, talk-ish? Have they ever wiped your crusty eyes in the morning? Was their first question on a date Black Lives Matter or All Lives Matter? Have you ever tried to download a ton of songs at night hoping they'd be done by morning so you can burn a mixtape for that one beautiful person you call Big Head? Did you give them the CD during lunch break and she call you back later that evening after 9 p.m. because it was free with the rotary phone talking about, I think the CD only works on your computer because it's blank on mine? Did you ever think this was God giving you the finger? Do you remember love? Were you ever asked why you love? Did you ever respond with, because I recognize myself in you? Were you more afraid of falling in love than being the only one who fell? Have you ever tasted someone's laughter in your mouth? Did they tell you that love is not measured by how much is said, but how much is acted on? Did you ever tell them that you are not different since you met them, but that in fact you are more of yourself? Did you ever love the wrong one so hard you almost forgot to imagine how much you could love the right one? Did you remember that just because love is simple does not mean it's easy? Did the first kiss make you godless in nothing but her for a few seconds? Do you remember when you shared the topography of a November bed that altered every second you switched worships and seek the substance of what made you eager to praise the biology of what made both your bloods boil in the presence of each other's naked when you were were you ever weak against her every shade of mercy? Did you find yourself wanting to smile more often because you were no longer cautious of who you chose to love? Did you love until all there was love and no you or them? Did you ever ask her to miracle you into her faith? Did you ever wish for lungs that rhythmed like hers? Did the hair on your nape stand at attention whenever you heard the constitution of her walk? Did she ever touch you into Morse code that there was only life on her face because you loved her in secret? Did your shoulders ever meet hers like a trembling secret and your chest flourished with flowers like in a moment's breath you were sewn together like star clusters and held together by a kiss that burned both your faces as your bones irrepressibly twitched against hers in full view?
Alright, sure. So we got like city noise ordinances and all that. 9:55, we gotta rock without the microphone. So, y'all still here, right? Yeah. Alright, cool. We got 2 more poets and our show's over. Slammers. I know it's a little, it is what it is. Yo, and MABREY. Give it a, hey, I'm sorry, judges. Judges. 1, 2, 3, judges. Judge me. We got a 9.2. We got a 9.1. We got an 8.9. We got a 9.1. We got an 8.9. For Fish, y'all give it up. For the poet like the scores. Alright. We got 2 more poets. Give it up. For the second and last, give it up for MABREY. Y'all give it up.
It's really support that because I remember you.
Ever since I was a kid, y'all, I have always wanted to be a dancer. I know what I look like, don't judge me, okay? Just watch. All right? The tragic comedy of the blackboard. Enter the dancer. Reverence. That means to greet your audience. So I knew all the moves, check it. Ballet, tendu, plie, arabesque, modern, crane, hinge, breaking, wave, pop lock, glide. I was a simple boy back then doing what the world said do. The world said tendu, the world said plie, the world said wave, pop, freeze, and then the world, okay, I got a little older. And it informed me I was no longer a boy, but a black boy. The world said the word black like it left a bad taste in its mouth. I said, but I'm still human, right? I mean, I'm still a boy, right? And the world said you're a black boy. You need to learn to dance now as a black boy. So, I tendu, I played for the world, and the world said you play too pretty to be a black boy. Said black boys should always be thuggish and ugly. So make yourself ugly. Black boys always walk around with a scowl permanently attached to their face. Said crane like a black boy who can't fly. Who told you was allowed to grow wings? Black boy said hinge like a black boy's weight of world on his shoulders. Bend but don't you dare break. Black boy said glide the world to see. You trouble since day born. You America's most wanted. You film at 11. All you good for doing is dancing to a policeman's rhythm, black boy. So dance and pop block the dodge these bullets, black boy. 137 in Cleveland, 8 more. In Ferguson, 8 more. In 41 in New York City said nightstick will make you freeze. No. Freeze. But all I ever wanted to do for you, America, was fly. Was crane. But instead now you make me hinge for Rakia Nazelle, for Tamir and Trayvon, or insert your name here if you don't think this could happen to you. The world said glide told you I was reaching for the officer's gun in spite of being handcuffed in the back of his car, said I had stolen a vehicle in my own name, in my own driveway, in a house I own, said I was praying to the wrong God in a South Charleston, Carolina church, told you that the wrong woman walked into my apartment door because she was confused where she lived, the world said die. Said all you're good for doing is death dance, black boy. Said thank you for auditioning in life. On your way out to grave, please send the next black child who thinks they should burn beautiful so that we may teach them otherwise.
All right, y'all, give it up for the poet again. Shelly Bruce? Yeah. Shelly Bruce! We got judges. 1, 2, 3 judges. We got a 9.5. We got a 9.2. We got a 10. We got a 9.6 and we got a 10. We got our final point for the evening, our final point for the slam. But first, Pomona Valley Slam. Give it up for Alex Luu, y'all. Give it up for Alex. So in China, there's the dessert called yanhua, a cold soup made from melted bird's nests collected from deep inside caves. After they've been cleaned and cooked, the nest tastes as sweet as it is medicinal. My culture believes that the soup it makes can heal anything, from a cold to a cancer. Side note, these particular birds make the entire nest from their own solidified saliva. Meaning, someone right now in China, or my mother at home, is scooping a mouthful of repurposed bird loogie for a sick child to swallow superstition into recovery.
Wow.
And ain't that a fitting description for poetry? This art form that saves lives and promotes growth, but no one knows except those who've lived long enough to thank the author that saved them. See, I remember a time when I was so lost, I almost confused a dead end for a fresh start. So I dared a kitchen knife to carve a finish line into my wrist. And so my poetry coach dug deep into the cave of my depression, found me covered in my own saliva and tears, told me I was not a failed mission, told me that I could channel my survival into something that feeds someone who needs to hear what I have to say. So now I literally spit a poem and heal a crowd. My tribulation, repurpose, the responsibility to the stage I step on, a plate of what I have to offer. I slobber soliloquies of survival. I drool oppression into honeydew. I know how the sweetness comes from a bitter past, so I humbly accept the morning sun with both hands, like every day that I'm alive is a prayer I answer for myself. And the night spent crying was just vocal practice for finding my voice. My father, is always losing his. There's some nights he gets so angry he couldn't speak. So I learned his presence by the things he would break, by the voice he'd crack, trying to teach me how to survive. When I didn't listen, I would yell back at him louder and louder and louder until I too became a spit image of his trauma and this. This is as close to getting to know my father as I will ever get. To be an immigrant in America is to be a caged bird singing swan songs in broken English. And how grateful am I to turn my blood into blessing, my script to saliva into scriptures for my stories, the stories of those before me. See, I remember watching the 2008 Summer Olympics on TV. When China was given the bid to host the Olympics in Beijing, they designed a stadium in the shape and structure of the bird's nest used for yanhua. And for an entire month, the Bird's Nest Stadium hosted world peace in its belly, where every country chose a carnival over carnage. And I wonder, the swallow flew from its nest, turned its head towards the mainland. Would it recognize the temple it inspired from its own spit. Thank you. Hey, yo, give it up for the first Pomona Valley Slam. We appreciate you guys coming out. Judges. Time for judgment. 1, 2, 3. Judges. We got a 9.3. We got another 9.3. We got a 9.5. We got a 9.7. Damn. 9.6. Give it up. Where's Tajay?
Why do you keep looking for me?
Oh, there you are. Well, she tabulates. Is it tabulate? Ain't it tabulate? It's tabulate. All right, it is. Yo, give it up for Shelly Bruce and this awesome crew. Tell them about it, Shelly. One time.
Black pointing and everything. I kind of took different random words from all the poets that performed today and put them in the painting. And of course, you gotta have LionLike logo / earring. So add it to the collection, you know.
All right.
Thank you so much for having me. I love y'all so much.
And we had an amazing historic feature in Salon Mason. He was running behind, so he only did 3 poems. He was supposed to do like 18. You know what I mean? All right, what else? Tajay, you got an announcement?
Yeah, I love y'all.
December 20th, ladies' night.
December 20th is ladies' night. Okay. We gonna balance out all this testosterone with some estrogen.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna be inside the gallery, okay? So y'all, December 20th. Also, we have our second venue opening up, October 13th. It's at Humanity Church, which used to be Mosaic. If you guys have been with us, we started with Mosaic, all right? So 10 years later, we're back to the one. So that's going to be a bang out. That's going to be every second Sunday of the month, so that we can be consistent. We haven't been here in like 3 months, so we feel that we haven't been here in 3 months. We feel we ain't seen y'all in 3 months. We're going to see y'all every month at least one time. Tajay got this. She got the.
All right.
Wait, man. Give us my DJ.
Yes. All the photographers in the building that have captured the night. Give it up for them. So, we're going to go from low to high. Coming in, repping Super B with a 8.1. Then, we have a tie.
What?
For second. Yeah.
So we had a low, and then we got.
We got a low and we got a middle.
Then we got a.
Fresh middle.
It don't matter because there's only one winner taking it all.
So holding down the middle, like a PB&J, we got Hosea, Alex. So because this is our first honorary slam and I'm feeling generous tonight, meet me over at the merch table, Alex and Hosea. We got a LionLike shirt for y'all.
Shirts I make on the kitchen table. We got this money. Oh, we got this.
We about to make it rain. And coming in with the slammer, wiping floors, with the freestyle, with the all the things.
With the PA.
Grand slam.
But I said it was a cash slam, so that's 300 and a 20 and a 40 and a 60 because this is 360.
This is dope. Thank y'all. Keep supporting what they do. Keep supporting what all the artists do. After artists have merchandise or at least a business card, get the information on social media. Don't just follow them, but actively support and participate in their lives. We got enough trolls and those. We need like humans, yeah, people. So, Keep supporting this. Last time I saw this brother face to face at a show was when it was at the gallery that you just talked about.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
And most, last but definitely not least, I always support your DJ, Islam AC. That's my brother, so like loving him is like loving me. So please take care of him, first, and go get that stuff. But then, after that, you come get my stuff.
Also, Cafe Con Libros, they brought a book library and checked it out. We were behind on schedules, so we didn't get to make all these announcements.
And they got free books.
He got jewelry, he's put it up already because we're supposed to be out in here. But they got books, peruse around for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Just 5 minutes. Don't be hanging around. You know what I mean? And then you guys, oh, shit. Yo, I'll fight any inanimate object and win every battle. I'm not even from the projects. Yo, did you hear about that Philadelphia project? They made a ship disappear for a couple seconds, and the soldiers came home sick, like the weight loss when the heartbreak gets. Get down and get on up. I'm black and I'm proud as James Brown said it. It sounds like Bob Marley, Marcus Garvey, Holly. Baby can't keep a man, neither can the government. Meant to say something different for the sake of sick bodies, but in the world of Transformers, I'm that auto antibiotic. King David, namesake, even with all about it, I'm the anti-Goliath. Started with healing, cut the head off of Leviathan. How can I do this? I easily spin shaking vitamins. Pay my tithes and my bills, no wonder why I'm blessed to get ill. Still at it after the pressure kicks in. I'm a microphone addict. Spit be the remedy. Right be the vaccine. I inoculate the audience that is sick like me. I got a line out of my state. Everybody, be safe. Go home.
So let's just get